Welcome to GFN Gaming. I'm Russ, that's me, and in today's game, the T'au Pathfinders are going to take on the Gellerpox Infected. Ryan is fielding the Pathfinders, looking to give them a good debut on the channel. It's going to be open play, so there's going to be lots of shooting and lots of gribbly dying, but let's get into the teams, starting with the Gellerpox. That's right, I'm bringing the big guns, the Gellerpox Infected. And leading my team? Well, he's once, twice, thrice cursed a Vulgrar, and he's got fire in his tummy. Yes, indeed, I'm taking Vulgrar thrice cursed, and for his flesh-melded weapons, I'm going for a +1 to crit damage and lethal 5. Is it a big old butcher's knife or a comb? With that hairdo, it's hard to tell, but I am absolutely taking the Flesh Screamer, and not just because, I have to. He's awesome. I will 100% be using Lopping Blow at some point in this game. Take it to the bank. I'm not 100% sold on the bloat spawn. He looks kind of weird as hell. I know that's their whole MO, but obviously he's a Nightmare Hulk and I have to take him, and he's obviously very good in combat and tanks a whole bunch of wounds. For me, again, suffering with the model, I love the Lumberghast's rules, but just not a fan of his big old fly mate just hanging on his arm and his stupid goggles or eyes. Not too sure, but he pumps out a whole hell of damage. The mainstay of the Gellerpox Infected teams are the Gellerpox Mutants, kind of looking like Zorn from X-Men with that big old helmet. These guys are walking around with either a heavy axe doing 4-5 brutal or improvised weapons at 2-3 relentless, and they've all got frag grenades, so very useful. The second mainstay of the Gellerpox Infected are the Glitchlings. These guys are your main objective scorers. They're fast and they're small, so they can't really be targeted, and they're pretty rubbish at everything else. But what they're good at is objectives. Now we move on to my equipment operatives, and I've gone for 3 Eye Stinger Swarms, totaling up 7 equipment points there, 2 each and 3 the first time you select one. And for the final 3 equipment points, I've gone for 1 Sludge Grub. I really like how these models look, and it's always good to have a little bit more shooting on a mainly melee team. But they are, like most things in the team, slow as Anyway, that's the Gellerpox Infected, so now let's go over and see what Ryan's bringing with his Pathfinder team. For 1 CP, I up the cost of high-intensity marker lights as well. Leading the T'au Pathfinder team is the Shazooie, which definitely doesn't sound like a plastic musical toy. Next up is going to be the Assault Grenadier, who gets armed with 3 flavors of grenade. This Neapolitan ice cream motherfucker is throwing out EMP, fusion, or photon grenades for free. Also armed with a pulse carbine as standard. Next up is a kill team staple with a comms specialist, handing out APL to the rest of the guys. And as ever, always armed with a pulse carbine with that reliable 4-5 damage. Cosplaying as Modo from Biker Mice from Mars, minus the bike, minus the ears, just the arm really, is the Blooded Pathfinder. Pretty decent in combat as far as T'au go, and with that suppressed pulse carbine, hitting on 3s instead of 4s, pretty good. Next up, we've got the Drone Controller Pathfinder, essential if you're running drones or a heavy support drone, like Ryan is. For equipment, the leader has an EMP grenade, and both gunners have climbing equipment and the high-intensity marker lights. Next up, and winner of the most annoying to say name, is the Transspectral Interference Pathfinder, or just call him a jammer. A jammer or a scout. That's what he is. Anyway, he's armed with pulse carbine and he ignores obscuring. What a I love these models. The rail rifle T'aus look amazing. They're both, like I say, armed with climbing equipment and the high intensity marker light, so these guys shooting should be absolutely lethal. Similar to the weapons expert Pathfinder, we have the Marksman Pathfinder, so a semi-similar rail rifle, although this one has 2 profiles, 1 silent and 1 standard. Also, his ballistic skill doesn't worsen for Overwatch. First to the drones, and we have the MV1 gun drone, rocking twin pulse carbines, doing a devastating 4-5 damage relentless. And finally, the last operative in the Pathfinder's team is the Recon drone. Aside from some pretty essential fusillade, I think you'll agree, it also has the amazing ability of giving you 2 scouting steps. That's it, that's both teams, so let's get into the game. We've taken today's map and terrain layout from the pages of the Turning Point Tactics Map Pack, so a huge thank you to Connor and his nameless assistant over at Turning Point Tactics for the work they put back into the community. We rolled up the mission from the Critical Ops pack and we are playing Capture today, so let's go into the first roll-off.
Oh, you win. Attack or defend, say?
I'm going to defend.
Defend?
Ryan picks Defender, choosing this deployment zone, and we both place our barricades and then deploy. We both choose Infiltrate, so let's get into the mission.
Lumbering ever forward towards any source of purity they can detect, the forces of the Gellerpox Infected never cease. Their relentless need to putrefy has led them here, across the kill zone from a recon squad of T'au Pathfinders. A throaty gurgle of disappointment born in the throat of Vulgar, thrice cursed, dies in the air around him with a sickening smell. These creatures use machines. No fun at all. But it is better than nothing. We're into turn 1, and both sides are going to get a command point, and then we're going to go into the strategy phase. I'm the attacker, and so I'm going first. I'm going to use Drawn to the Hum on this objective for 1 command point, so I get to dash everyone within 6 inches forward as long as they end closer to the objective. Over to the Pathfinders, and Ryan's going to use Recon Sweep for 1 command point, so everyone within 6 inches of the edge gets a free dash. No more strategic ploys, so we're going to move on to the Tac Ops, and Ryan's going to reveal Recon, Recover Item, and place the item. Nothing else to be revealed, so we start the turn, and I'm going first, and I'm going to move my first Gellerpox mutant onto this objective. They're GA2, so I'm going to activate another one now, and I'm going to race this one forward towards the other objective. Over to the Tau and their first bit of shoosting.
Transpectral interference, shooting his pulse carbine, 4 on 4s, 4-5 damage.
4-5 damage. So he gets 2 hits.
Yes, sir.
No AP or anything?
No AP.
So 5 up saves makes 1.
Okay, so that is 4 damage.
5 up feel no pains. He takes 2 damage.
Ching.
Back to the Gellerpox, I'm going to activate one of my glitchlings. He's going to race onto this objective and Tech Infect it. They need to rename that. It just sounds like you bought a robot hoover and some Bluetooth speakers. It needs like vomit in the title somewhere. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, faction tac op revealed. I need 3 objectives or 4 for 2 victory points, and then I move the second glitchling onto this, but not enough APL to Tech Infect it, over to the Tau. Looks like I've missed the recon drone, and it looks like he's got a shot.
Recon drone into the mutant.
Fusillade. Let's go. So looking for 4s with Ceaseless. Ooh, 2 crits and 1-1. Rerolling the 1. That is 2 crits and a hit.
5 up save. Oh, he makes 2.
But you don't take the crit damage anyway.
Yeah, so every time.
So it's 3-4. So you only saved 1.
Yeah, I get rid of 1, so it becomes 6 damage.
Yeah, which is -1 damage because it would be 4.
Can we get some 6 up feeling the pains? Get 2 actually. Ooh, takes 4
nice.
damage. Okay, I think he's down to 4 then.
On the
Glitchling
again. 3 dice, hitting on 4s. 2 hits.
5 up saves. Makes 1. Okay, so how much damage is that though?
3.
3. Okay, he needs at least 1 of these. Otherwise he's dead. And he doesn't get 1, he's dead. Because Splat goes the first guy.
It's poor positioning from me, and because of it, one of my glitchlings is dead, and it's back to me, and I'm going to move the other one through the door in this building onto the next objective and Tech Infect it. My final glitchling is going to move onto this objective and Tech Infect it, meaning I have 3 Tech Infected objectives for 1 victory point. I just need 1 more for the full 2. Back to the Tau, and the drone controller is going to move onto this objective and then activate the drone.
So Overwatch shot, 6 shots hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5s. I see at least 4.
2 crits, 2 hits.
Oh! 5 up saves. Makes 1, which would be
So
6, 8,
that's
9.
9 damage, yeah.
And need a lot of 6s. Oh, just the 1. He's a very dead man. That's a lot of dead.
It's a great start for the Tau, a well-positioned recon drone, and I'm down a glitchling and a mutant. I do now what I should have done last turn, which is I charge one of my Blight Swarms into him and then charge another one because they're GA2 onto the objective, but it's good to know as mutant vermin, they can't hold objectives. First of the rail rifle wielding, climbing rope owning guys is going to jump up on this vantage point and fire at my leader, Volgrath Thrice Cursed to be warned.
4 dice, hitting on 4s, lethal 5, and it's more wounds 2 on the lethal.
Has it got some sort of AP? AP2?
AP1.
AP1. Well, I'm in cover, so I'm going to take a cover save.
Yes, sir.
I'll roll my last dice. Oh, he makes 2.
So that is only 4 damage.
4 damage, 5 up saves. Can we make it? In fact, no damage. 2 damage. I'll take 2 damage.
2 damage from a rail rifle's not bad going. I'm going to move my Flesh Screamer onto the objective so that at the end of the turning point I can capture it. T'au Comms is going to give 1 APL boost to the Grenadier and then move up onto the vantage point. Bloodspawn's a little out in the open, so I'm going to move him next to some cover and it's back to the T'au. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Second rail rifle shooting.
So, rail rifle into Vulgar. 4 on 4s, lethal 5. Let's go!
Oh, 2 cuts.
He's better. So that is 4 mortal wounds.
4 wounds to begin with. I'll do them first. I take 1 mortal wound. That was pretty nice.
Beautiful roll.
Oh, I should have taken a cover save, but it doesn't matter because I saved at least 1. So I'm going to get rid of that. And how much is that going to be?
4-4.
Coming up. I take 1, 2, I take 4. So I'm down to 12.
Nice.
Slowly chipping away at Volgra, I'm then going to move one of my Blight Swarms forward and it's back to the T'au. Now the APL boosted Grenadier is going to activate.
So Grenadier throwing his fusion grenade into the Flesh Screamer.
4 attacks hitting on 3s.
Bad. 2.
It's AP2.
Oh wow, okay.
Spend ACP.
Going for a CP reroll.
CP reroll.
CP reroll. Classic reroll. Okay, so I'll take a cover save. Oh no, it's no cover, I assume, is it?
Indirect, so I don't know.
It doesn't say no cover.
No, it doesn't say no
I'll
cover.
take a cover save then to knock it off. And how much damage?
4.
Ooh. 2. So reliably good.
Great saving on the Feel No Pain, and then with the last APL, the Grenadier is going to dash onto the objective. I know he's going to get shot for but my Lumberghast is going to race forward screaming, yes, that is a fly, and it is on my arm. The T'au Blooded moves onto the objective and fires.
4 attacks hitting on 3s.
Ooh, it's a nice spread.
Yes.
I make 1 save. Okay. 12 5 on the pains. Take 7 wounds.
Takes 7 wounds, but he's still kicking, and it's back to me. My last mutant is going to race forward. Back to the T'au, and their leader is going to move forward and pick up their recover item. My last little gribbly gremlin slitherins forward a little bit. He's pretty slow. This is where he ends up. The T'au marksman is going to break from cover and race so that the T'au can hold this objective. Volgrath Thrice Cursed is going to move through the door right up to the lines. Hopefully if he lives, he can cause some trouble next turn. But let's have a look at that gun drone first.
Gun drone into Volgrath Thrice Cursed.
4 attacks hitting on 4s. Relentless.
Only 1 miss. 5 ups. Makes 1. Okay, and how much damage?
8.
That looks like a healthier roll for you. Only make 2, so that's going to be 6 damage. Damn, okay. Down to 6 remaining. Oof.
Down to only 6 wounds remaining, but he does live, and that's the end of the turn. So let's have a quick look at what's happened in the first turn. The Gellerpox have stormed forward, and the T'au have taken a pretty defensive line, although they have also come forward, especially on that recover item flank. Let's remind ourselves of the mission we're playing capture. So we've got 6 objectives, so let's see how they've been scored. They get held at the end of the turn. It's pretty even, both sides getting 3 victory points, holding 3 objectives each. Now let's have a look at the TAC op, starting with the Gellerpox. Tech Infection is in play, and we've scored 1 victory point because we have 3 objectives infected. Over to the T'au. They get 1 victory point because they currently hold recover item. So the scores are tied at the end of turn 1, but how's it really going? My initial plan was to race Volgraf forward, but it was foiled by Ryan's barricade placement shutting down that big main avenue, and I was hopeful that he might move into my range, but in retrospect I should have used my infiltrate to flip him over and try and hide him from the shooting. I was careless letting the drone fire once and stupid to let it shoot twice really. I could have shut that down with a charging fly earlier, so it was a good play from Ryan to take advantage of that misplay.
Next roll of the game, turn 2 initiative. I'm going to take it.
You are.
It's big, people. I got turn 2 initiative. I'm going to get an extra CP because of lead the infection. I'm starting on an objective. First strategic ploy I'm going to play is Rust Emanations for 1 command point. Hopefully lots of the tower will be treated as injured this turn. Ryan's going to use Recon Sweep again, getting that free dash within 6 inches of any board edge. Back to me, but I pass, so Ryan does one more, which is Bonded. Which means if there's any T'au Pathfinders within 3 inches of another, they get to reroll 1 dice in shooting. The strat ploys are done, so we move on to the tac ops, and I'm going to play Route because I'm about to get up inside his business. This was technically played in turn 1, but when we played, however, we realized later that it can't be played in the first turn, so it's being played now instead, and that is Secure Vantage. Back to me, and I'm also going to reveal Eliminate Guard, so all of my cards are out, and I'm going to select the Grenadier as my target. It's a full house, everyone's tac ops are out to play. Ryan's last reveal is Plant Transponder before his Tau leader calls for Montcar, giving everyone in their turn a free dash. Pretty spicy. It's my first activation, and I'm going to activate the Lumberghast, and he's going to charge into that leader.
Charge, D3 mortal wounds on the leader. 3 mortal wounds on the leader. It's a good start.
Down to 5.
Down to 5, which is exactly
One hit.
one less
Oh,
than my normal hit of 6.
okay.
So
your normal
one
hit
more. Yeah.
of 6. Oh,
Yeah.
disgusting.
So might as well just do these now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's just dead, but he is dead.
No one was expecting much from the Tau leader, but still the Lumberghast just flattens him. He did get his Montcar off though, so no massive loss, and it's back over to the Tau, and the gun drone's going to activate.
So gun drone shooting Volgar.
4 on 4s, relentless.
Miss 2. Okay, there you go. Only make a 1. 14. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, he's dead. Oh, he finally dies.
So Volgrath Thrice Cursed is dead, and Ryan did a great job of shutting him down. I didn't get really to do anything with him. Great play, but Volgar's dead, so no more leader, and then the drone is just going to move onto this objective. I'm going to activate some Stinger Swarms.
Fly shooting needs a 6 to stun. Doesn't get any, so that's good.
Try to stun the Grenadier, fails, and then charges into both of these gunners. Another fly activates and is going to charge into both of these guys on this objective as well. The Grenadier disengages.
EMP grenade, 4 attacks, hit on 3s.
Well, that's
1 lethal.
Yeah.
And 2 hits.
Okay. Making 1, which I'll knock you a crit. So how much damage?
That's a massive 4 damage.
Oh, it's too much. I can't take it. But he does take 2 down to 14, but that is disgustingly resilient.
He's got the free dash from Montcar, so he's then going to dash backwards away from the Flesh Screamer. Back to me, and I'm going to group activate 2 of my Gellerpox Mutant. This one's going to move on to the objective and Tech Infected, giving me my 4th objective and my 2 victory points. The second one is going to charge onto this objective and fight the drone. The Mutant isn't pumping out a lot of damage, but Tau are famously bad in combat. Let's go.
Mutant into the gun drone, 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, relentless. Oh, okay, it's good so far.
So I am 3 attacks, hitting on 5s.
Damn. Oh, mama. Okay. What kind of damage are you?
3-4.
3-4. Man, am I gonna get beaten in combat by a drone?
No. It's been errated. It's 2-3.
2-3.
I was gonna say that's way too strong for a drone.
Because that's me. I'm 2-3 as well. How many wounds are you?
7.
Okay. So 3, and then you parry 1 at least. Then I've only got 2. I'm gonna parry 1 to start with.
Okay. I'll hit you for 3.
6 of saves. I take 3 damage, down to 5. I will hit you for 2.
I'm down to 5 as well.
And
And
then
then I'll hit you for 3. Yep, 3.
I take 2. Down, and then I'll hit you for 2.
Okay, down to.
Turns out combat T'au is a thing, and let's move over to the next combat T'au, the recon drone.
Recon drone headbutting.
3 attacks, hit on 5s.
You know what? I'm gonna roll mine. I wasn't even good. 5 attacks. Also hitting on 5s. But like a pro, we get 1. I do 2 damage, and it stuns.
Oh,
But it doesn't make any difference because it's the first one. So it just gets rid of one of yours. So 2 damage, sir.
Beaten in melee by a fly is how all T'au combat should go. The drone then flees. Back to me, I'm going to activate 2 glitchlings. This one's going to race up the board, and the second one is actually going to get in combat, tying up the marksman on this objective. Over to the drone controller, and he's going to fire a marker light at the lumberghast, and then activate the recon drone.
6 attacks, hitting on 5s. Ceaseless, with a reroll because of a marker light.
No ones.
So we've got a crit and a hit, and a free reroll. Cleared and a hit.
Crit and a hit. No AP.
No AP.
5 up saves. I make none. How much would that be?
That is 3, 4, 7.
I'll try and save one. No. 7 damage. Come on, 5s and 6s. Oh, nice. I only made 2. Down to 9. Lovely.
Unbelievable.
That's an amazing roll. That's too good.
Love to roll it, hate to see it. The Flesh Screamer is then going to race towards the Grenadier. He is unable to get into combat with him, so is just going to mean mug him from across the room. More combat T'au.
3 dice hitting on 4s. How many wounds has the fly got?
Like 2 or something?
Okay, so I've killed it with.
Oh, the
one
first
hit.
shot.
Yeah.
I think he's got less attacks than that, to be fair.
Okay.
So he's dead.
Stinger Swarm down, the gunner then dashes with the mount car and shoots into the Flesh Screamer.
So, gunner firing in the Flesh Screamer, pointing his gun down and shooting them in the head.
Rail rifle, 4 on 4s, lethal 5.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that is disgusting.
That's lovely.
Gets
that
1
is.
roll for bonded. Oh, he might as well just fall off that tower right now.
Unlucky.
It's a devastating roll. The bloat spawn then races forward, getting into the T'au lines for next turn. Time for the T'au comms to activate.
So he's moved. Yeah, he's dashed to the edge. He's marker lit the screamer. 4 shots hitting on 4s. 1 reroll for marker light and 1 reroll for bonded. So this time, let's see if we can get some damage. Well, I've got 2 rerolls, bonded and
Oh, come on,
marker light.
ones and 2s. Oh, 1.
Yes, that is a big 1 hit.
Ooh. I might not get any save. Oh, I get a save. Ah, well.
The normally reliable T'au shooting is letting Ryan down. Looking to hide in combat, my Stinger Swarm is going to charge into this guy on the objective, but not fight. Interference T'au now activates.
So he's used a remove cover and he's got a reroll and he's shooting into the lumberghast.
Yes, sir. So the Transspectral shooting into the lumberghast. 4 on 4s.
2.
And a 1 reroll.
2.
2 hits.
Oh, I make 1 save, so how much is that crit?
5.
Feel no pains. Oh, I failed them all. About time it happened, to be fair.
It is.
Okie dokie, so he's on 4 left. Ooh.
Lumberghast isn't looking so hot, and my last glitchling races onto this objective. Looking to finish off the Lumberghast, the blooded Pathfinder is going to fire. If he can get rid of him, he should be able to recover that recover item.
Okay, blooded shooting in the lumberghast. 4 wounds remaining. Can he take them?
4 shots, hit on 2s. Let's go.
Well, they all on. He removes cover, so I've got nothing. Any AP?
No, sir.
Big roll. Ooh. So I get rid of them.
Okay, that's still 8 wounds going through.
I'm going to take these 4 at a time. For suspense. 6. You know what I might do? So, spending 1 CP for Putrid Demise, D3 mortal wounds on the drone. He's killed!
With a big, smelly, wet fart of a death rattle, the drone goes down, kicking and screaming with the Lumberghast. However, with the operatives out of the way now, the Blooded is free to dash forward using his free dash from Montcar and hold the recover item objective. Back over to me, and Earthworm Jim is just going to move forward onto this objective. Again, can't hold it. And then the second gunner is going to dash forward.
Yeah. So he's hitting on 3s instead of 2s with the rail rifle because of the 3 marker lights.
Gets a reroll because of his buddy.
And a reroll because of the...
and marker light, 2 rerolls.
Hitting on 3s. That is a lethal 5 though.
Nice.
So rerolling 2. Yeah. 1 for bonded. 1 for...
okay.
The marker light. So that is 4 mortal wounds to start with.
That's 3 mortal wounds, taking him down to 11. And then no AP?
AP 1.
AP 1, of course, yeah. I make 1.
Which is another 8 damage.
Doing 4 at a time. I take 2, and I take 4 in total.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm down to 7.
Firing squad up there and they still cannot kill that guy.
Last activation, the marksman's going to disengage, moving here. And that's the end of the turn, so let's have a quick look at what's happened in turn 2. The Gellerpox are still advancing forward, getting into their lines. No doubt I've revealed route now, and the T'au are setting up their gun lines. Losing my leader was a big blow, but let's have a look at the mission and see where the points stand. We're playing capture, so there are a max of 4 points that each player can score on the primary. Gellerpox hold 5 objectives for 4 victory points, and the Pathfinders hold 1 for 1 victory point. I have now maxed out Tech Infection with my 4 objectives, so that goes away. However, I failed to score Eliminate Guards. This guy's still alive, and I didn't get Route, so they're still in play. Over to the Pathfinders. Recover item has been maxed out. Secure Vantage is available on either of these, so we'll score on this one for 1 victory point. And that's it. At the end of turn 2, it's 9-7 to the Gellerpox as we move into turn 3. The all-important roll-off.
Turn 3 initiative roll. You break ties. Ooh, and I'm going to take it.
Wow.
Getting the initiative turns 2 and 3 is huge. I'm going to take the initiative and play Drawn to the Hum for 2 command points. Over to Ryan, and he's going to once again play Bonded to get that reroll in shooting. And that's it for the strategic ploy, so we're going to move on to the TAC Ops. For Eliminate Guards, I'm going to select the drone controller on this objective. Nothing for Ryan, so I charge.
6 attacks, hitting on 4s. So I've got 3 so far.
3 attacks, hitting on 5s.
I think you're just dead.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Ah, that warm, fuzzy feeling that comes from fighting T'au in melee. For that kill, I do get 2 victory points, 1 for Route and 1 for Eliminate Guards. Still trying to make Fusillade work is the Recon Drone.
Recon drone. Start again. Recon drone, Fusillade, 3 shots into both. What are you going for first?
We're going to go 3 shots into the mutant. Hitting on,
He's got 3 wounds left.
hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s with Ceaseless.
Oh. Oh, hitting on 4s.
Hitting on
Sorry.
4s.
Okay.
Got a crit though.
1 crit. You going to reroll anything?
No.
Ooh. How much damage is a normal? Because I can just choose to ignore it.
3.
So 6s. Oh, he makes 1 so he lives. Fusillade has failed. It's rubbish. Into the other guy.
Yes, sir.
He's only got 3 wounds though, so you could kill him.
4 shots onto the glitchling. 3 shots.
Oh, Fusillade is rubbish. It's official.
Fusillade is rubbish.
You scream, I scream, we all scream for...
Flesh Screamer's going 1 lot and blow. He's injured, so it goes from a 3 to a 4. But you know what? We're going to roll a 6. Oh, he gets it anyway though. So it's
Chopped him in
7.
half.
Kasplam!
The Flesh Screamer finally gets a Grenadier, and we move over to the Blooded, who's going to race forward and plant the transponder. Then I activate my mutants.
Kidoki. So mutants throwing a frag grenade.
I think I can only get the 2, right? I don't think he's within. Oh, no, he is.
Unlucky. So I'm going to target the middle guy and get them all. So I'll start with the middle guy, hitting on 3s. 3 hits.
Okay.
Frag.
And they're going to go for the big save on 5s. No saves.
I think that's 2, 3, 6, isn't it?
Yes.
I think I'm 2, 3, I'm fragging it. Yes, 2, 3, so 2,
He is
4, 6.
alive with 1 wound.
Hello.
Okay. We're going to go for his buddy on the left.
Yep.
Oh, I got 1 more. Which is good, because I've only got 2, so he's definitely gonna live. Saves 1, so 2 damage. And then the last guy, holding his mobile phone, keep throwing more or less. Ooh, full house and 1 crit.
Very nice.
Ooh, I think he might be dead. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Comms is
gone.
And the other side of the board, same thing.
On 4s now. Just 2. Ooh, takes 4 damage though. That might be enough for the guy to run in and kill him. So I accidentally hit my own guy as well. Hit on 4s. Oh, amazing!
That was.
You can't write it.
It's disgustingly lucky. The mutant is then going to charge into the blooded to tie him up in combat, and it's over to the T'au, and the marksman's going to activate. Much like every picnicker the world over, he's goddamn sick of these flies, but unlike most rural picnickers you'd hope, he shoots the fly with a rail rifle.
Last stand.
Last stand indeed.
Last stand.
So marksman using the standard round, which is 4 shots, hitting on 3s, lethal 5 at the pile of flies.
Eye Stinger Swarm.
That's the one. Okay, 1 hit and 1 lethal, and it is AP1. Oh, more wounds 2 as well.
I think it's just dead then. Yeah, wounds too.
Massive overkill or just the right amount of kill, I shall let you decide. With the fly dead, the marksman then charges into this glitchling, making sure that he will take the objective. Cunning fish.
Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish.
Eye Stinger Swarm into the 1 wound T'au. I need a single 5 and he's dead. Baby. 4 damage goes through. Ciao.
Revenge of the picnic pests, the fly takes out the marksman, leaving the last marksman to activate.
Rail rifle, looking to kill the screamer. 4 attacks on 3s
7
with
wounds
1
remaining.
reroll. Lethal 5.
Ooh, 3
Take that
crits.
reroll, but that is 6 mortal wounds off the bat.
Oh, hell. He's only got 7 wounds left. 6 mortal wounds, and he takes 5 of them. 2 wounds remaining.
It's AP1.
AP1. Ooh. It doesn't make any of his saves. How many of these apiece?
4.
So he's only got 2 wounds remaining. Oh, he's dead on the first one.
He would have done anything for love except survive many rail rifles to the face. Meatloaf is dead. The Flesh Screamer is by far the best Nightmare Hulk just in looks alone, and he's gone. The marksman then charges down using his climbing gear onto the objective. It's time for some Gaga glitchlings.
First glitchling. Hitting on 4s, hitting on 3s. Let's go. 1. But it is a crit. How much is your crit damage? 3?
3.
Oh, I might get 6 up there. Okay. So I'm going to do... I think they do 1 damage. So I'm going to do...
1 damage.
I think there might be 1, 2.
I'll hit you for a whopping 3.
I need one of these to be a 6.
He's made it.
And then he's going to do 2 more damage. Ting, ting. And his little buddy's going to fight. Because it's dual activation, so hitting on 3s. Oh, just 2 this time. 1 for you. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 damage.
Then I'll do 3 again.
Oh, and he survives a 1 wound and does another 1 damage.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
I like to think instead of 2 separate attacks, they attacked standing on each other's shoulders. Anyway, over to the T'au. Transpectral Interference Pathfinder moves onto the objective, and then it's time for Earthworm Jim.
Sludge Grub, hitting on 4s. Just 2 AP1 though.
5s.
Gets 1.
Actually, don't have the damages. I think it's 3, 4.
No, it's 2.
That's a bit
too much. 2 damage.
Over to the recon drone now.
Damn it. Okay, drone overwatching.
Hitting on 5s. All 6. Going into...
It's 2, 3.
Ceaseless rerolling these ones.
Oh no. 1 more. I think he's probably dead.
It is pretty good. 3 crits in it. Oh!
Spicy. How many did that damage?
3, 4.
Yes, he's dead.
The last of my glitchlings is sadly dead, but that marks the end of turning point 3, so let's have a look at what's happened in the full turn. The Gellerpox have finally made the enemy's lines now firmly in enemy territory. I've lost a few flies and the flesh screamer, which is hard to bear, but let's have a look at the actual points at the end of the turn. As a reminder, we're playing capture, so we've got 6 objectives, and it's a similar score, 4 to the Gellerpox, 2 to the Pathfinders, although we have switched our objectives a little. Over to the tac ops, starting with the Gellerpox. With my first kill of the turn, I managed to get my points for rout and eliminate guards, so they're still in play, but 1 point each. Over to the Pathfinders. Due to the way we've played it in editing not being valid in turn 1, Ryan hasn't now scored advantage, having abandoned it for an objective, and he got 1 for plant transponder. On to the final turn.
Initiative roll off. Final turn.
I'll get it.
I'll get it.
Ryan wins initiative and plays recon sweep, using it to dash forward with the Transpectral Interference Pathfinder. That took more takes than I'm comfortable to admit to get the name right. No strap ploys from me, and I'm targeting this guy as my eliminate guards target. Wasting no time at all, the Transpectral Interference Pathfinder races forward to plant a transponder and max out that tac op. Looking to max out my own tac op, I'm going to charge my mutant Gellerpox Infected into this guy on the objective here.
That's mutant hitting on 3s with combat support, so this means 1. Oh, okay, he's definitely dead there. Boom.
He was already injured, so it was a pretty foregone conclusion. I managed to take my eliminate guard target out of action, getting a victory point. Then I activate my last mutant in combat with the blooded at the other side of the board.
Single 5, mutant into the wounded dude. I get a 6.
Yep, dead.
He's then going to move here to be obscured from the recon drone whilst on the objective. Speaking of the recon drone, it now activates and zips over to this objective to hold it at the end of the game. Looking to secure route, my Bloatspawn charges the marksman.
Probably means he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
You charge a T'au, you kill a T'au. This is known. This is the way. Anyway, I get a victory point for route with that kill. And although I do have some operatives remaining, there's nothing they can do, so I'm just going to pass with everyone remaining. Let's have a look at what's happened in the last turn. Some small moves with what remains, and the final T'au just being picked off pretty much. Let's go to the mission and remind ourselves it's capture, so there are 6 objectives. Let's have a look at what we scored. Gellerpox hold 4, T'au hold 2, so it's a 4-2 swing at the end of turning point 4. Let's have a look at the tac ops, starting with the Gellerpox. With these 2 kills, I managed to score rout and eliminate guards, maxing them both out for 2 victory points. Let's have a look at the T'au, and they did plant a transponder at this turn as well, getting 2 points for that. So at the end of the game, Gellerpox win 21 points to Pathfinder's 12, Gellerpox victory. If you've liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, share. It all helps the channel and what we do here. And a massive thank you to my patrons who do help the channel that little bit extra with their support. We do have a bunch of games already on the channel, so make sure you check them out, and I'll see you in the next video.